Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to our next episode of Evention series on AI Mastery, the key to unlocking your event's full potential. We are absolutely thrilled to see so many of you joining us today from different corners of the globe for this exclusive discussion on AI. I'm excited to be your host today for this exciting journey into exploring the role of AI agents in event management alongside with our CEO Lalit Mangal. I still see people joining in, so let's just allow them another minute to join us before we start the session and dive into the AI agents and event planning. But before we begin, in the meantime, let's take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the features available to you in our event platform. On the right side of the screen, you will find a chat feature where you can engage with fellow attendees, ask questions, and share your thoughts. And to add on, we also have an interesting feature to display your comments, questions, or thoughts from the chat on the screen for everyone's visibility. Like this one, the one you just see on the screen. We'll also be hosting interactive poll during the webinar to gather your feedback and insights. Additionally, there's a Q&A section. If you have any questions as we go along, feel free to drop them there. We'll try to answer all of them at the end of the session. There's more. At the bottom of your screen, you will notice a selection of emojis and a newly added feature of GIFs in the chat. Feel free to express your excitement, reactions, and thoughts using these fun visual elements as we go through the webinar together. Let's kick off the session with a quick poll to find out how familiar everyone attending the event is with AI agents and technology. Take a moment to share with us your responses. The poll is live. So just to share with you on screen, the question is, have you ever used AI-powered tool or AI agents while planning or managing your past events? If your answer is yes, let us also know at what stages of the event planning have you used it in the chat box. I see people slowly responding to the poll. As of now, we just got 20% of the people of you who have responded. The poll would be open for next 10 minutes, so would really encourage all of you to respond and help us know you and your familiarity with AI. As per the current responses, I see a mixed crowd of people currently using and not using AI for their events. Okay, let's just start with some AI examples. Think about the last time you used a virtual assistant like Siri or Alexa to make your life a little easier. That's AI at work, simplifying tasks and providing personalized experiences. Now, imagine harnessing the same technology to take your events to the next level. Similarly, think about the last time you browsed through your favorite online store and then started receiving tailored recommendations based on your previous purchases. That's another example of AI analyzing your preferences to enhance your shopping experience. Imagine implementing a similar AI-driven system for event scheduling. With AI algorithm analyzing your past attendee behavior and preferences, you can optimize your event session schedules to ensure maximum engagement and satisfaction for all your participants. By leveraging AI in event scheduling, you're not just creating a more streamlined experience for attendees, but also maximizing the impact of your event content. Now, that's the power of AI. Over the next few minutes, we are going to talk about how event management will get transformed with AI agents. Before we dive into today's topic, let me introduce you to Lalit, CEO of Airmeet, and our today's speaker. Today, he's going to talk about what exactly is AI agent and how and why is it poised to be a game changer for events. He's going to share his thoughts around the magic behind AI driven event management, and he's going to explore how it's reshaping the way we plan, promote, experience, and ultimately analyze event performance. Before we begin, our speaker Lalit was kind enough to record his thoughts for us. We'll play his recording shortly. Post that, we'll have him live on the stage for a Q&A session. He is also here with us online, backstage. So we'll have the opportunity to engage with him in the chat, have him live on the stage after the recording for the Q&A session, and ask as many as questions we have. So without a further ado, let's get started.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's session of Inventions, where we discuss how event management will get revolutionized with AI and particularly AI agents. So, what are AI agents? Let's first do a recap of what AI agents are. AI agents are software programs that leverage the cognitive capabilities of large language models or LLMs to accomplish specified tasks in an environment with non deterministic input parameters. These programs are capable of understanding human natural language, recognizing patterns, and make rational appearing decisions. A few examples of these agents would be an agent that can book my family vacation in these summer holidays, given destination and budget, or an agent that can make table reservations for a dinner meeting, given location, budget, and cuisine preference. The AI agent systems can help humans tremendously by taking over a whole host of tedious and time taking tasks from our plates and freeing us up for more meaningful work. AI agents are poised to transform almost every aspect of how we work, and event management is not insulated from their impact. We believe that in future, event platforms like Airmeet will evolve into fusion workspaces where humans and AI agents can seamlessly collaborate together for a better future. The Fusion workspace will build on this familiar UX of workspace apps like Slack with channels and DMs, but will be purpose built for giving humans a bird's eye view of the execution and full control on the workflow of all agents. We all know that event management is a high stakes endeavor with complex set of tasks and crucial dependencies. Agents can never replace humans, but can certainly take up manual and tedious tasks from our plates. So let's break down the event management scope into event planning, event promotion, and event performance. Where planning is everything that goes in from idea to implementation on ground. Promotion includes all the tasks and projects that are required to drive more attendance to the event. And performance includes all the tasks and concerns related to event engagement and outcomes. In the event planning phase, there will be a network of agents that will collaborate together with the human operator in the loop to make progress on the planning. There will be an agent playing the role of the project manager, overseeing the entire event planning process. Another agent that is acting as a speaker scout, responsible for identifying and recruiting speakers for the event. Similarly, sponsor scout, a venue scout, and a vendor scout. These agents will be responsible for finding the right sponsor, the right venue, and the right vendors for the event. There will also be an agent playing the role of the budget manager that ensures that the event stays on budget while in the planning phase. To understand the agent workflow and the human collaboration in the loop, let's go a little deep into few agents from each event management phase. Let's look at the project manager agent first. The project manager agent oversees the entire event planning process, ensuring all tasks are completed on time and within scope. They coordinate with all other agents to ensure smooth collaboration and execution. This agent engages the human operator to set the initial event goals and parameters like budget, location, date, etc. It then creates a project timeline with milestones and deadlines and uses the project management tools like Asana to track progress. The project manager agent delegates the task to other agents and requests regular updates. The human operator will review the progress and adjust plans as necessary. Isn't it amazing? Let's look a deeper. Let's take a deeper look at one other agent in the event planning phase, the venue scout agent. The human operator defines the venue requirements, and that sends off the agent to scout for venues from the internet, submit RFPs, and make calls to check availability. The agent then brings back the shortlist of venues to the human operator for them to visit and finalize, taking away a lot of hassles and a lot of tedious tasks. Let's look at the event promotion phase, which can also benefit from an agent like the creatives agent that develops themes and visual elements for the event, or the web/app manager agent that develops and maintains digital touchpoints for the event, or the channel promotion manager agent that handles the event promotion across various media channels to maximize event visibility and attendance, or the analytics agent that tracks event related data across all data sources and provides insights to the human operator as well as other agents. Let's go a little deep into an agent from the event promotion phase, the promotion manager agent. This agent picks the visual creatives from the creative agent for creating campaigns, gets the promotional goals and budget and target audience details from the human operator, and kicks off the campaigns. The agent then manages the content scheduling, the publishing of media across all channels, and it regularly checks on with the analytics agent on how is the campaign performing. And based upon the response, it then optimizes the campaign for better performance. The human operator can obviously anytime review the engagement and the performance report and can update the strategy anytime by just simply conversing with the promotion manager agent. Let's come to the event performance phase, where agents can work together with each other and with the human operator to deliver unprecedented personalization and attendee value. Here, the system can have a host replica agent that scales event hosts' personalized attention to every attendee digitally. Another agent can be a meetings scout agent, which work towards arranging high impact meetings between participants. Another agent could be the attendee replica agent that enables the attendee to send their digital replica to various sessions and bring back personalized takeaways with them. Or a booth agent on a digital kiosk that can engage with every visitor with high levels of energy and complete attention. Let's dive deep into the host replica agent for a bit. The host replica agent delivers personalized digital attention to every attendee. The human operator can connect the agent with necessary attendee data points and preferences. The agent can then tailor personalized interactions and messages while engaging with the attendee. Any complex issue that surfaces with the personalized interaction can be escalated to a human. Attendees can get recommended sessions, mutual intros, and get their event issues resolved with complete ease. So by now, we all must have got a fair sense of how event management can be transformed with AI agents. But let's also discuss why this is a good idea and how this creates a good future. Events are a great mechanism to catalyze a community or build growth momentum for an idea. We all know that. But events have historically been very energy intensive and resource heavy. With this future, events become a lot less daunting, especially for smaller teams. It is not hard to imagine a single person event team with this crew of agents pulling off a high quality event. AI agents can enable such small teams to win big with events. This agent crew will also free up valuable human bandwidth for high impact tasks like content curation or creating amazing human experiences at an event. It can for sure unleash a lot of variety and creativity in events. And lastly, this makes it possible for event teams to focus on individual attendee, their needs, and ensure that they take back a lot more value from the events than earlier. And that will keep them coming back for more events. So, what's next from here? At Airmeet, we are excited about this AI agent led transformation of the event tech space, and we are looking for design partners. If you are someone who is equally excited and want to join the party early, please do get in touch and drop a note on lalit@airmeet.com. That's all from my side. Thanks, everyone, and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.
Thank you, Lalit, for this insightful presentation. It's interesting to see how AI agents can truly transform every aspect of event planning, event promotions, and event analysis. And apologies to all our audience for a little bit of background noise. And now, before we move on to the Q&A session, I would take a moment and bring in Lalit on the stage.
Hey,
Hi,
Prachi. Hi.
Lalit.
Hi.
Lalit, before we move on to the Q&A session, anything you would like to add on?
Absolutely. Yeah. So we are very excited about what all is possible today with AI agents, and our team has actually done a good amount of R&D groundwork on what is this current state of the AI agents, what all has been achieved in other domains, and we are fairly confident that we can bring about this transformation in event management as well. And that's why we wanted to put together this short webinar so that we put this word out there, among our champion community, and then if we can scout some design partners, that'll be great.
Thank you, Lalit. So let's just move on to, we see a lot of questions in the chat. And I want to just take a moment to encourage everyone to keep those questions coming in. So let's just bring in the first question. So here's our first question. Can agents help in capturing and actioning event feedbacks?
Absolutely. So agents right now can be very, very effective as far as the digital execution of let's say event aspects are concerned. And when it comes to capturing feedback, agents can actually create contextualized feedback forms for different attendees in the app, or if let's say if it's a virtual event, depending upon what kind of sessions they attended, looking at the context of the attendee, they can actually flash up a very specific feedback scenario, sorry, feedback form, and then can capture insights which would have otherwise gone missed with a generic feedback form.
Our next question is, what advice would you give event planners who are considering adopting AI agents for their events?
So my advice would be to definitely pick a good partner, and at Airmeet we want to be the most preferred partner for the future of event management as well. And in general, I think the advice would be to look at agents or the platform which can be customized for your needs. AI agents are going to be a self-learning as well as a deeply customizable, I would say, set of team members, AI team members. So I think look for platforms which are deeply customizable as well as leverage the best of the state of the art models, and and yeah, this would be my advice. Choose the right partner to start with.
Thank you. Moving off to the next question. The next question is from Eric. Other than HubSpot, what other applications can Airmeet agent connect and work with?
This is a good question, Eric. So HubSpot definitely is a very obvious application that we are thinking of. So AI agents can also connect with things like uh, app building platforms. So there are a lot of no code website and app building platforms. So there could be a specific adapter for that, so that it's very easy for you to build a website or an app for your event. It can also connect to third-party venue databases. There are quite a lot of databases which some people have have like a as a under private access. So AI agents can actually build collaboration with those database sources, and then can give you access to exclusive pricing and exclusive, let's say, access to venue inventory. It can also have access to a, uh, when it comes to content research, right? When you're, let's say, planning your agenda for the event, or let's say searching for who should be the right speakers. So it could connect to your own data sources, which is like past events, or your CRM, or your, let's say, community. And it can also uh, go over the internet, and especially places like LinkedIn or uh, podcast platforms, and analyze for your certain topic who are the emerging thought leaders, and then can help you at least discover new thought leaders who are sort of creating new content, and can be much more impressive in terms of attracting new audience. So it can at least surface them, and can also connect to your email system to manage initial outreach and scheduling for the first level of call with the speakers. So the possibilities of AI agents connecting to different sources is actually quite, I would say, versatile. So there is also advancement happening on how agents can operate with browser-based systems and even apps. So we definitely would be leveraging on some of those capabilities. And I would be hard pressed on coming up with applications where agents cannot operate on behalf of the human. So we should go ahead with the principle that almost every application can be agent operated.
Moving on to the next question. How near are we to this AI agent future in events?
So I think some bit of it we should be able to bring it out to the to our customer community in this year itself. In 2024 itself, we should be able to bring about a few of these agents, and the Airmeet experience will start evolving into some sort of the a fusion workspace that I talked about. Simple things like venue recommendations, or let's say speaker recommendations, could very well be can be released uh, in this year itself.
And here's the next one. The agents will interact with each other similar to workflows or zaps connect with each other. Will there be an opportunity to create a global standard for AI agent connections similar to APIs?
Absolutely, Ravi. So the technology community at large is working on standardizing the agent-to-agent interaction protocols, and definitely we are keeping a very close watch on that. Zapier is uh, is definitely a great way to ensure interactivity and, let's say, information exchange with a wide range of applications. So definitely we'll provide support of our agents to tap into Zapier Connect and pull in data, and, let's say, trigger actions and function calls on different applications through Zapier. But there will also be some native let's say native capabilities that we will be working on. And so far, the agent to agent protocol, communication and collaboration protocol, hasn't been finalized. These are very, very early days of such a thing. But I'm very hopeful that every website and every application will very soon start accepting natural language browsing. And there will be let's say out of the box copilot support in all applications, and any agent which is trying to operate that application will be very easily able to translate the human instruction that is given given to them in natural language into a corresponding action on the application. So that protocol is yet to be defined, but I think we can still move ahead with a fair assumption that every application will build the capability to interpret human natural language into a corresponding action in their context.
In follow up to the last question, we have this another question which says, who is building these AI agents?
So right now, we are taking a stab at building the first version of these agents. We are counting on a large collection of skills which are open sourced. And when I say skills, skills would be, let's say, uh, updating a website, or let's say building a simple app. That's a skill that an agent would have. So we are tapping into the growing uh, open source space of skills which people are developing on their own. So we can move ahead with this assumption that the the nature of the agent, in which the role is pretty much defined in the context of event management, that will be something that Airmeet can champion in terms of defining and, let's say, structuring. And in that workflow, agents can utilize a lot of these skills and connectors to engage with third party applications, for which we will tap into the larger open source ecosystem. And as you're looking at how the response that we are getting and what is the adoption, there should definitely be there should be a possibility for, let's say, including an agent which is approved and verified from the open source world into the Airmeet ecosystem also.
Now, moving on to the next question that we have is, how will AI agents support networking and matchmaking virtually?
Absolutely, yeah. This is again, a great value that people anticipate from events, especially as content is getting commoditized, and there's too much content already in forms of podcasts and webinars, etc. People look forward to going to physical events or large events with the intent of coming back with new connections. But the historical challenge with finding new connection has been that either it has been left to serendipity at the day of the event, or it has been extremely tedious to browse through profiles on the event portal or the app, and then have that message exchange. And most of the times, given the limited time window that you have at an event, many of these connections that happen, they are actually very superficial, right? And you definitely end up meeting new people, but then the actual impact of those meetings is not really great. And it's we only discover that this meeting is not going to be fruitful once we have that meeting. So one of the possibilities which is now feasible with AI agents is that every attendee can actually have their own agent, meeting scout, right? A meeting scout of which will be an agent which will start having conversation with meeting scout of other attendees, and it can actually have that first preliminary conversation between these two agents. The agents can have a conversation among themselves and can filter out all these like, say, superficial meetings that would have taken time absolutely away. And wherever these meeting agents are actually finding real value in terms of facilitating these two humans to actually meet at the event, only those would be surfaced in the calendar. So I think the ability to get you the most relevant and most impactful meetings at the event, and the work for finding these meetings can start right at the point when you register for that event. This is actually amazing. So this is one of the agents which we can actually prioritize, in the first set of agents that we are building.
The last question that okay, we have another one. So the last question, second last question that I see in the Q&A section, that is, as you have mentioned AI agents, is there any agent that is taking over minimalistic event management?
So there are a few attempts So right now we are working on something which is which is not yet fully baked, and we can't really share it with share that version with our customers. But our initial assessment of the capabilities is actually very positive. So far from Airmeet, we don't have any agent which can do even minimalistic work. We were looking at the end-to-end scope of a certain, let's say, event workflow, and only then, once we are satisfied with the capability of the agent, is only that is the benchmark that if once we achieve, we will make the agent or a set of agents available to our customers.
Moving ahead to the last question that I see on the Q&A section. Will such agents be persistent across events? Carry the context from one event to another? An
Ab-
interesting one.
Absolutely, absolutely. These agents will have the context of your past events. It can also bring in context of your organization, right? So, for example, an association which is hosting a large community conference or an industry conference. So all the past events, looking at recordings, looking at, let's say, attendance data, all of that will be there in event platforms. Or if you're using Airmeet and previously you didn't use Airmeet, you could import all of the data in form of Excel sheets. And agents can also tap into that, look at registration behavior, which channels have performed historically for your community in terms of outreach and attendance. It can leverage all of that past understanding and can build an updated framework for better performance for your next event.
Thank you, Lalit. So these were all the questions that we had in Q&A section. But just going through the chat, I see a very engaged audience today. There's another question in the chat that I would like to just display here as well. So the question that we have is, how do these AI agents streamline event logistics?
Yeah. So event logistics will definitely have a very high degree of human collaboration with the agents. A couple of things which AI agents can help the human operators with would be, first of all, vendor selection and venue selection. Typically what happens is that people go back to their let's say their original set of few vendors or few connections which have historically done a good job. But sometimes different event budgets would require you to look forward to different budgets might require you to look for different service providers, right? And it is a very tedious task to get back with a list of service providers who can match, and also look for other data sources in on the internet to at least triage whether these are reliable service providers or not, and give you a short list. So this is one very significant step in which agents can surface options which otherwise would have gone unnoticed. And even with respect to event logistics, right, at the day of the event, it can actually surface risk in a predictive fashion. For example, at a human level, we probably might underestimate, let's say, a missed deadline and what might be the second order effect of that, let's say, at a later point in time. Agents can actually can forecast scenarios on the project plan and can highlight different type of risk with different probabilities, so that as a human you can be a lot more aware about what a certain let's say a certain deadline being missed can result into at a later point in time, so that you can take preemptive action at the right time.
All right. Thank you so much, Lalit. These were all the questions that we had. Before we wrap up, any final closing note or thoughts that you have?
So my final closing thought is, I think, so this will be extremely amazing for especially virtual events where we are anyway dealing with a very large global audience. um, the contribution of if, agents in the planning and execution of virtual events will be significantly higher uh, in terms of work share as compared to in-person events. And even today, a single person virtual event strategists are able to pull off virtual conferences and virtual events. They will be able to do a lot more. So if today a virtual strategist, or rather a virtual event strategist, is able to pull off, let's say, one conference in a month, or in a quarter, they will be able to do at least double that with the help of these agents. So I'm very excited about the future that this opens up.
Thank you so much, Lalit, for joining us today and sharing with us your thoughts. Your insights and expertise have been incredible. You've really helped us all know the role of AI agents in event management better. I also want to thank each one of you who have joined us today. I hope you found today's discussion insightful and inspiring. Just as a closing note, I want to say remember that AI is not just a technology, it's a powerful tool that can transform the way you plan, execute, and experience your events. Thank you once again for being a part of this Inventions episode. I encourage you to continue exploring the resources shared in the additional resources tab and stay connected with us in the future episodes of Inventions. Until next time, stay curious and keep pushing your boundaries of what is possible with AI in managing your events. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thanks everyone. Thanks, Prachi.